Memo, we are going to just take a look at the background of the work that is before us. We are also going to look at the rationale for the exercise. What is the reasoning behind what we're doing? Next, we look at the linkage between the MTSS, which by definition is medium-term sector strategies, and the annual budget. What's the linkage? We're going to see that shortly. Next, we look at what are the sectoral goals, objectives, targets, and strategies, which I'll look at all of that as the presentation goes on. Then comes section 2, where we are going to look at the status quo with respect to health indicators for the state, right? These are as published by the Nigeria National Demographic Health Survey and the Multiple Indicators Cluster Survey. So these two statistical surveys are going to give us what is the status quo as at the last time these surveys were carried out. Now, we are going to look at what the implications are. These indicators, what are the implications, and then what are those targets for improving these critical indicators. So we look at all of that when we come to section 2. Then to section 3, we look at existing budget commitments and emerging issues. So the draft had pulled out the sums and did some sort of trend analysis from I think it's a 10-year trend analysis, which I'll see that when we come to section 3, trying to look at what is the overall state budget, what percentage had gone to health, what do we need to do if there are gaps to bridge the gaps. I mean, we will see all of that when we get there. Then it goes to look at the state strategic health development plan. As you understand, this is the second strategic health development plan. And shortly, by ending of 2022, we will need a new health development plan. And so we'll look at what that had to say when we get to that subsection. Next is that we are going to look at the local government funding briefly, and then the approach that the whole of government and health in all policies approach. We shall know what that means when we get there. Chapter 4 is about the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund. Chapter 5 is about the sustainability of current health financing model in the states. Chapter 6 is on health insurance and why health insurance is veritable for the actualization of the right to health in Nigeria. Then we are going to conclude with recommendations. And so what I'm going to do now is that